Let me show you guys how to efficiently farm the Undercity. So first off, there's lots of different tributes in the game. If you guys want to learn more about like all of the ones, there is a really great page on Maxroll. I'll link it down below. But I kind of want to just make this quick video because I think a lot of people may want to actually farm it efficiently. There's multiple tributes. The one that we're going to be putting in is the one that's going to reward us Obducite. So I'm going to right click on it, and this is located in the Crust Bazaar, by the way. So you go over here, you put in the thing that you need. Honestly, the thing that makes it usable is the Obducite one, and if you can guarantee yourself to get Ancestrals, that's good. There's going to be a penalty for it. If you want to put in the bargain, you can, but honestly, it really doesn't matter too much unless you're putting in the one that like gives you guaranteed Ancestrals. Then you'd be like, oh, I want my aspects in my codex to be upgraded. Go for whatever thing that you're needing. Anyways, these will cost some small material. If you want like, you know, stuff that drops with a very specific thing, sure, that can be great, but we can go ahead and just throw that one in. But remember, unless it's an Ancestral, you're really not going to get an upgrade. Ideally, you do these in a rotation group, but I want to show you guys the gameplay part. And if you want my build, this is going to be called the Gorilla Fist variant. And what we're looking for is the blue flames. The orange monsters will give us more time. We're basically timed here. Once you have a good build, you're not going to be worried about time at all. So with these blue ones, what you want is you want to activate them and then move away. And if there's another one next to it, what you're going to do is you're going to activate it. And then we're going to go back to the other one. And if you're wondering, why do we do this? Well, the monsters take a second to spawn in. You see, I am playing with another player right now. Ideally, having 4 players is going to be more efficient because it's faster, because we're just going to be one-shotting everything anyways. You only need to clear out the blue things. This is very important. When the time runs out, by the way, you do fail it, but like if you're running a good build, it ain't going to fail. We're going to have tons of time. Don't focus in on the orange monsters. Some of the stuff, by the way, does not appear on the minimap until you get close enough or if you hit tab. It could be a bug, but Subo also sometimes glitches out over here. But the monsters that have the timer, again, they do increase your time, but you don't have to kill everything. But what I really recommend you guys to do, and I'm going to do some runs here, just so I can show you guys like the full explanation depending on the map that you get and stuff. The goal is to build up this bar, and depending on how well you do, which you're always going to get 4 for the most part. There are very rare exceptions where you won't get it all the way up, but the better that you do, the more rewards of whatever you put in you're going to get. So we're going to get 2,000 Obducite pretty much every single time. Sometimes you'll see these grand ones, it's just going to spawn in a bunch of monsters. But again, the important thing is you clear out every single one of the blue flames, because that gives you progress towards this. Now we're going to the next floor. And if you don't get it up all the way, it's okay. Is it worth it to go all the way back? Honestly, depending on how far back that you have to backtrack, it could be worth it. If you're like almost right there, and you're like, oh, if I just killed like 1 or 2 more monsters, it'd be okay. Yeah, that can work out. Ghost, appreciate the submarino, mate. Thank you. But yeah, your goal is pretty much just to kill everything that is kind of within the way. So once we've maxed out, you see how that's 4 out of 4? I'm skipping everything now. Now I can still kill stuff just because it's just blocking my path, but I don't even need to go for the blue thing anymore because I've basically got 4 out of 4. There's no 5 out of 4. It doesn't matter. Once you get 4 out of 4, you don't get any more rewards. And this boss does have a mechanic. This is the only boss that has a mechanic that you kind of need to watch out for because it can one-shot. Eventually, it's going to charge up and do like a big wave attack. And on the big wave attack, what you want to do is you want to hide behind these. And so you can see we got some GA items. But what we're doing this for is just the Obducite. And I've been farming this for a little bit. And this is one of the best methods for Obducite in the entire game. You get about, well, it's 2,000 per run. And we had 12.5k, and you'll see we'll get another 2k on the next run here. And this is the reason why I would do these, because I know the Undercity seems kind of underwhelming for a lot of people, and I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty underwhelming for most stuff because you're not getting really good drops consistently from here. But again, if you need Obducite, it's like anywhere from, I would say, it's really hard to do a 2-minute run, it's possible, but probably about 3.5 minutes to 5 minutes, depending on your build. Obviously, Spiritborn OP, and you have 2 players that are relatively fast. But if you have 4 players, yeah, you can get this done even faster. But you're going to see the timer is like a non-threat, unless your build is really bad. But that's okay. You know, you eventually can get up there. There shouldn't really be any class that has a problem. But you can see when he starts that thing, I'm just going to walk away because he's going to do that one, if that makes any sense. Then we're just going to keep on going. And again, the key to this, and to try to be as efficient as possible with your time is start it, and you can see how like there's this little like area in the top. This is why I want to do a couple maps here. I'm going to clear out the stuff at the top, and then I'm going to go back, and it looks like there's one more monster. And since he already walked past, I'm going to go ahead and clear them, and then we're going to make sure that the blue flame is not lit, and see how he's going downward, and now I'm going to go upward. So this is really important when you are playing in a group to try to be as efficient as possible with certain like layouts and efficiency with the time. But again, don't feel like you have to kill everything on the entirety of the floor. It's just the blue flames. So you can see, let's see where he goes here. He's going over there, and so I'm going to let him go over here. And most people will eventually kind of like learn. Let's go take this one, because he's got 2 flames, and if I do one, then he's got 2 to go ahead and do on that route, and then I can go on the bottom. Now, you still get progress for killing the other monsters. It's a lot less, but you still will get progress. And we're not going down here for the time, but just killing monsters in general will build the thing up. But you can see we're at like 300 seconds, and it's not going to take us anywhere near that. And look, it's pretty much perfectly timed. So when you play enough Diablo, you'll kind of just notice certain things. But right now we're playing this guerrilla build that one-shots everything. I mean, honestly, I want to say pretty much every single class can one-shot things. And also, when you are in a group, try to be fast. If anyone's really bad, it does significantly slow it down. Okay, so there's also a sound. I know we have music playing in the background, but once you hear the sound or you see the 4 out of 4, you can see we're just rushing to the end. We're not even going to be bothering with the blue things anymore. And the reason why I wanted to make this video guide is because I did put out a video and I said, guys, Undercity's worthless. It's not worth doing. It's bugged, because it was bugged, okay? There was no point to doing the Undercity before, but there are a few that are worth doing. There are a few tributes that are worth doing because you can get mythics. So there is one, does it show over here? So there are several different tributes. Now also, I want to mention there are tributes that only give you something, and there's ones that work for the whole party. So if you are doing these in a group, try to pop the ones where it works in a group. Let me see if I can actually show you guys the exact wording, because this kind of ties into this, as it is important for this. Let me go ahead and show you guys what I'm talking about. One sec. So if you need to actually salvage, you can just say like salvage or whatever. So if you want to salvage, unfortunately, they put it kind of far away, and I really wish they didn't do this. It's like really bad for efficiency. So if we're going to salvage stuff, we can go and salvage real quick. But the thing is that if I mouse over these, let me see if I can find the ones that will say. So this one, it says offer. So some of them will say that you can, I don't think I have any over here, but there are ones that are going to benefit your whole team, and there are ones where it's only going to be benefiting you. So make sure that you read what it says on the thing. But on top of that, the other ones that are worth doing, because these ones over here to get extra runes, I would say, unless you need the runes, it's kind of worthless. Honestly, if you want some of the runes, the best thing to do is just to trade. Go to Diablo.trade. The Obducite one is good, and if you wanted magic runes, I mean, again, most of these are so cheap that you're better off just farming for the stuff that you want. But make sure you guys read them, and like I said, I'll post the max roll one where it has like kind of all of them. And if you need to acquire these tributes, you basically just play the game. Just do whatever content. They'll usually drop your season journey, your pretty much doing whatever in the game, they'll just kind of drop. And also, another important note, if you kill a goblin, if you see a goblin, you 1000% want to do the goblin, because the goblin will have a chest, and the chest will drop more of these tributes. There's also one that can drop mythics that is droppable via the world boss. That one is actually really good, but for the most part, Obducite is actually okay, and then the boss summoning materials is kind of okay too. Right now though, you can do Helltide and you'll get a bunch of the boss materials, or you can do Nightmare Dungeons because the goblins spawn from the shrines right now because of the event. But just want to make a little quick update on the Undercity, as it is a form of content that I was telling you guys not to engage with, and now it is worth engaging because they actually work. Before, it was bugged, and you'd throw this thing in and you'd be like, oh, where's my Obducite? But as far as these go, in terms of like these things, I wouldn't really worry about it too much, unless, again, you have the guaranteed greater affixes. If you run the one that has guaranteed greater affix, then selecting those things may matter a little bit more. Also, with the mythic one, if you need like a specific like weapon, you can select the weapon when you get the gist of it. But basically, yeah, you put these in, and then if you want to select a what's called a bargain, you can put these in. Some of these, by the way, will open up more. Like the one with GAs will open up this one where it's like 50 million and you can get like more specific things. So it's not always going to be the same depending on what you put in. So just a quick little note and an update for the Undercity farming efficiency guide, and kind of like, I showed you guys when we were pathing around. That's actually really key for speed and stuff. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.